Now more than ever, it feels like a challenge balancing work and family. But imagine also keeping these things into equilibrium while filming a reality TV show. So, for this week's Business of Entertainment segment, we'll be speaking to one woman who's merging her business with entertainment. She's juggling a successful marketing firm, marriage, 3 kids, and the upcoming USA Network show, She's the Boss. It premieres on February 25th. And we're speaking with Nicole Walters. Thank you so much for joining us, Nicole. First off, can you just tell us the way that you became viral was when you quit your Fortune 500 job, live streamed it, by the way. Tell me what made you do it that way?
I've been sharing so much of the entrepreneurial journey online, from starting my own business to making my first $1,000, that I just felt like a natural transition to also share that authentically, to say, hey, I'm kicking this job to boot and you guys get to come along with me.
You gave them the breakup call in front of everybody. There were also tears involved. It did seem pretty authentic. So now you've done several things since then, and your show is about to premiere on USA Networks. Please describe the show for us, what we can expect to see.
Well, I'm so excited about this show because it really does marry the two things that I think a lot of us are confronting during this pandemic. How on earth are we managing business and our families? And so, as a working mom, an entrepreneur who's running a multi-million dollar business firm, I run nothing in my house. And so this show gets to bring the laughs because people will see what it's like when I head home and no one takes me seriously.
Oh gosh, that's hilarious. So wait, what kind of adjustments did you have to make to deal with life in front of the camera? It sounds like maybe there weren't a lot of adjustments since you live your life so transparently anyway.
Well, we're used to living out loud. So anyone who follows me on social media has pretty much seen how crazy it can get. But it's different when you have cameras around, because you do have to be a little bit more conscious of the fact that you're doing something that you think is perfectly normal and the camera guys are cracking up behind. So you realize your family's a little bit weirder than you thought.
Now, speaking of family, your family, of course, is in the show. You've got the husband, you've got the 3 girls, you've got your Eddie. Tell us what we can expect to learn about the people in your life.
Well, I always joke that my family is like the United Nations of family. We're a little bit of everything. I grew up really, really poor, and now I run this amazing business. And my husband is Jewish, and I'm a Christian. And my family, my girls are adopted. And then there's Eddie, my assistant, who's just Eddie. So I mean, there's so much mashed together. But what's exciting is that anyone who watches can relate and say, you know what, my family's a little crazy too. And it's nice to watch something that is nothing but laughs and love.
Nothing but laughs and loves. And you do bring a very bright personality to social media. I catch your IG lives every once in a while, and they do have me cracking up. But something switching gears now. Your show debuts just before the end of Black History Month. What do you hope your show does? How do you hope your show highlights a Black businesswoman, wife, and mother? How do you hope that communicates to people watching?
What I'm what I'm hoping is that whenever a Black woman watches the show, that they realize the potential, and that sometimes you have to build your own table if you're not invited to sit at one. And that's my hope for anyone who's Black who's watching, and for anyone who isn't Black who's watching. I hope that it gives them a glimpse into another family that may look different from theirs, but ultimately we're all a lot more alike than we know. So I'm hoping that this show really does bring some joy to people's homes and helps us all find a little more common ground.
Excellent point. We're more alike than we think we are. And so in the last minute, your recent podcast, you talk about being all of the things to all of the people all of the time. That's not sustainable. You note that. Nobody is confused about that. But what's the number one way people can create space for themselves and still serve well?
Rely on your team and delegate. And your team includes your kiddos. So if someone's saying that they're hungry, just point at the fridge.
Good point. Nicole Walters, thank you so much for joining us. And we'll be looking out for She's the Boss.